But if you're some dude I don't know and you need CPR and everyone's looking at me, who knows CPR? Well, me. Help him. No. Why? Because I ain't gay.
He's a millionaire, Greta Thunberg's worst enemy, and is currently behind bars on an alleged human trafficking charge. Yeah, you're right. Of course, we're talking about Andrew Tate. When Tate bought his first mobile phone at the tender age of 14 from the money he earned from his uncle's fish business, those around him knew that he would no doubt make his million. What they didn't foresee, however, was that he would become one of the worst misogynists in history. There's nothing that Tate won't say or do to help build his stacks of cash. In recent months, the self-proclaimed trillionaire has found himself in hot water after being arrested by Romanian police over allegations of human trafficking. Tate may be splashed all over the internet for his recent antics, but how did the king of toxic masculinity make his millions and earn the reputation of the most hated man on the internet? Andrew Tate was born in Washington, D.C. in 1986, and he's the son of the former African-American wrestler and a professional chess grandmaster, one of the strangest combinations of professions you can think of. When his dad died in 2015, Tate's financial situation wasn't the best. So he decided to move to England with his mother and brother in order to start fresh and think of ways to make it rich. Can you blame him? Before using his head to make money, he first used his fists and feet as he started training in kickboxing when he was 16. By the time he was 18, he was an MMA fighter. Tate actually did really well in MMA, earning around $75,000 in a single fight. But who wants a slice when you could be earning the whole cake? Tate eventually broke his hand in a fight and was told he had to rest in the hospital for a few days before leaving. Bored and frustrated with his injury, Tate began thinking about how dangerous MMA was and that he was risking his life for money. Was the money worth it? Not when you could make millions every single month. Tate has had several income streams during the last 36 years. How else would he become one of the richest online influencers in the world? While he made some of his money through fights, he got the majority of his early riches from his father's inheritance, which allowed him to turn the pile of cash into a mountain of it. Tate's father was Andrew Tate, who was a world-class American chess player who became an international master at 2007 after earning his third competition in the 2006 World Open. The ability to think several moves ahead must have also been inherited by Andrew, as this is how the entrepreneur runs his business. So besides kickboxing and the money left to him by his dear old father, how else does Andrew Tate make his money? After working in his uncle's fish shop, Tate moved on to work at a windows and solar panels company on a commission basis. This is where his natural flair for business made him a successful member of the team. Let's face it, despite what you think about the man, he can certainly sell ice to polar bear. While he dabbled in other businesses and bought himself some modest items like motorbikes, it wasn't until he teamed up with his brother Tristan that he rose to new heights of success, which turned out to be his downfall. Despite being one of the most hated men on the internet, Andrew Tate has many like-minded followers. Although Tate claims to be a trillionaire, there has never been any evidence to prove it. With that being said, he is definitely a millionaire. His bank balance has so many zeros that he miscounted a few of them. In fact, some online sources claim that Tate is worth anywhere between $250 million and $350 million. Not exactly a small chunk of change. The millionaire, who will only fly private jets, has made most of his money through his online course, Hustler University. Now, this course is modeled to be an educational program on business to teach young men how to become just like him. But it actually has no accreditation whatsoever. Hustler University also teaches those that buy it how to trade in cryptocurrencies, e-commerce, and stock trading. Another key aspect of the course is how to network with other like-minded business people, as well as score attractive women. I have to admit, combining dating advice and money-making tips in one course is definitely an original concept. This course only has limited space, so those applying have to take a test before paying the $50 fee to get started. While this sounds reasonable for advice that could strike you rich, in recent months the course has been compared to a pyramid scheme, with the whole thing working on an affiliate market system. So how is Hustlers University a pyramid scheme? Well, TikToker Ben Levitt explained that the business model allowed students to become affiliates who will make 50% off of anybody else they refer the program to. This means that other students are drawing in new ones. While that sounds shady, it was his camgirls business that has been the start of his troubles. One day, while doing some research online, Tate came across a Live Girls website, which encouraged people to click the link to start speaking one-on-one. I don't know what kind of research Andrew was doing, but just normal websites don't have those kinds of pop-ups. I'm just saying. Tate started his own camgirl business soon after that, inviting 6 of his girlfriends to his apartment to pitch the offer of them being camgirls. That must have been an awkward conversation. Only 2 of them agreed, but it allowed him to make a lot of money off lonely men who would pay to speak with the girl. It's reported that the girls would tell the men sob stories, which persuaded them to hand over more of their hard-earned cash. The business plan was simple. The girls would keep 50% of the earnings, and Andrew would keep the other 50%. Since the early days, Andrew Tate's business has grown a lot. Back in 2015, he turned the 2-girl employee list into 75. He then hired managers and accountants to manage those girls. To fit everyone in, and so that multiple cameras could be running at once, he bought 4 large bungalows in England, which allowed him to earn $500,000 every single month. Unfortunately, the party was about to end as the police came knocking on his door one day, forcing him to hand over his $100,000 worth of streaming equipment. To make things worse for the millionaire, Tate was thrown in jail for abusing a woman. Aside from his cam and the online course being his main source of income, Andrew has dabbled in the finance and gambling sector, which has made him incredibly rich. This includes cryptocurrency and chain of casinos with his brother. As they always say, the house always wins. Their string of casinos are open in 400 locations in Europe and earns $18 million a day. The casino empire started out when Tate approached a casino franchise. He asked them if he could start his own casino using their brand. If they agreed, they would get a percentage of the revenue for nothing but the use of the company name. I have to give it to Tate. He certainly thinks of everything when it comes to money-making opportunities. For example, he realized how expensive Starbucks coffee was and decided to offer free coffee at his casino, which attracted a lot of customers, especially the hardcore gamblers who would stay at the casino throughout the night. After proving his worth, the casino brand offered him a partner position that earned him millions of dollars each month. Since running into human trafficking charges and his long history of insulting and misogynist behavior online, many of the large social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook have decided to block him. In fact, he had been banned several times from Twitter after stating that victims of sexual assault should share responsibility for their fate and making jokes about people with mental health issues, calling them useless. Some people will say just about anything for a little bit of attention. Unfortunately, being horrible in this day and age can make you big bucks. For example, his super misogynistic TikTok videos, which have racked up more than 11.6 billion views, have further added plenty of money to his already fat wallet. With that being said, with the recent charges, TikTok is removing the millionaire from the platform as his views don't align with that of the app. Regardless of being deplatformed, he has become a social media sensation who is a hero to some and a big bad villain to others. Love him or hate him, it doesn't matter to Andrew Tate. It's all still views and interactions. Among the derogatory comments made by the businessman, he has called women's self-defense bullcrap, claimed doing mouth-to-mouth on another man makes you gay, and that 19-year-old women are more attractive than women in their 20s, as they have far less experience. Now, that is a creepy mindset. Back in 2016, Tate appeared on Big Brother, but was kicked out after a video of him hitting his girlfriend with a belt surfaced online. Although this backs up his reputation of being a massive misogynist, the girl later came out and said that the act was consensual. While he is now being kept locked up in Romania, this isn't the first time Tate has been accused of sexual abuse, human trafficking, and other predatory behavior, with other allegations being made in the past. So this brings us up to the recent months, where Tate's life has been totally turned upside down. Andrew and his brother Tristan have been under criminal investigation since April last year, with officials claiming that the two brothers, as well as 2 others, have been forcing women to create pornographic videos in their villa so they can make money. This act has been considered human trafficking, which has resulted in the men being interviewed by Romania's organized crime and terrorism team. With the seriousness of the crime, it looks like this is one problem he can't make vanish with the flutter of banknotes. The prosecutors have claimed that they had found 6 women at the villa who were being forcibly kept and exploited online. Police also discovered 11 luxury cars at the property, which were used by Tate and his colleagues in moving the women into the villa to work. They also found wads of cash at the home, and more disturbingly, a handgun. Initially, the brothers and the 2 other suspects were held for 24 hours, but that was soon increased to 30 days. Tate and the others tried to appeal the extension, but as they were caught red-handed, the request fell on deaf ears. So how was Tate caught? Well, it all comes down to a pizza box and an argument with Greta Thunberg, of all things. While the police were investigating Tate, they were struggling to find the location where the illegal activity was taking place. When Greta Thunberg began to insult Tate over his 33 cars with enormous emissions, as well as insulting the size of his manhood, Tate responded with a video. Unfortunately, he forgot to remove the pizza box from the shot, which came from a specific pizza shop chain in Romania, which allowed the authorities to track him down and make an arrest. They say pizza is bad for you, but this brings a whole new meaning. Andrew Tate lives up to his reputation of being the biggest sexist and misogynist on the entire planet. With that being said, we can't argue that the man is skilled when it comes to business and thinking up outside the box to make millions from specific market. Unfortunately, Tate's extreme views and obsession with making money have led him down an incredible dark path that could see him spend decades behind bars. There have been several cases of corruption among Romanian police. But with the seriousness of the crimes and the number of enemies Andrew Tate has made, this is one problem that will not go away with money. Maybe he can start a casino behind bars. If you enjoyed this video and would like to watch more just like this, don't forget to subscribe as well as ring the notification bell.